What a waterfall of tears episode 11 was. Sadly, our Unwritten Soul is down to one episode. This has been such a whirlwind of emotions, encouraging viewers to self-examine, as the characters are somewhat relatable. I feel proud of all the characters, as they've overcome difficult hurdles and grown through them. When Hosu dumped Miji, I was frustrated, but at the same time, I understood him. Unaware of his current dilemma, Miji made conscious considerations for him on their date. She went out of her way not to worry him, and easily gave up things that she wanted to do. This solidified Hosu's conviction that she's better off without him. He didn't want to see the woman he loves, burdened with him, giving up things she wants to do because of him. Therefore, he broke up with her and, just like Miji in the past, locked himself off from the world. This is one of those things you hate but understand. This was why Miji understood him. Miji might have been out in the world, but somehow, she's still locked in her room. She hadn't fully overcome her trauma, but was putting up a good front because of her promise to her grandmother. Thankfully, they both confronted their fears, finding each other in the end. Miji opened her door, and Hosu was her reward on the other side. Hosu finally got to hear the end of the sentence from his stepmother. Sticking together as a team through it all, is what love is. He finally asked Miji to stick it out with him. He can be seen learning ways to cope with whatever may be. Then there are the mothers. The mothers brought tears in the last episode. Bunhong finally gave Hosu the beating he deserved. I mean, how could he ask her what they were? She practically raised you despite all odds. She gave up her family for you. But then, he always felt that she hated him for her husband's, his father's, death, which left him with her. Given how she'd cared for him through the years, you'd think he'd finally understand her liking, if not love, for him. However, he felt that he was a burden to her, and that she was just proving her love for his father, by caring for him. This was why he gradually started removing his things from the house, intending to set her free from the obligation of caring for him. Thankfully, they finally got to get this out of the way. Bunhong is commendable and doesn't deserve anything but his reciprocated love. He's her only family after her family cut her off. Meanwhile, Okhui finally got closure. She lived her life believing her mother hated her, for being the reason her father drove them out of his house. However, her mother had left because her father had hit her. She chose her child over the abusive husband, proving her love for her child, but she didn't tell Okhui the truth, because she didn't want her to return to her father. Poor Okhui finally cried her eyes out. When she asked her mother not to apologize, she feared it could mean goodbye. And this might be the case, as seen in the preview for the grand finale. As she didn't receive love from her, she didn't know how to care for her own kids. Hence, she couldn't tell the twins apart. But then, you can tell that she's gradually finding her way back, when she accepted Mirei's declaration of quitting her job. You could tell Mirei had been apprehensive about breaking the news to their mother. Her sigh of relief was palpable, when her mother accepted it with love. What's more, as suspected, Chungu is not plain black, but gray. For Hosu to seek him out to help someone he cares for, proves this. He had liked Hosu, but disliked the fact that he didn't conform. This was why he went out of his way to teach him. However, I thought that he represented the company. How can he then represent Mirei, who's suing someone from the company for sexual harassment? Mireille worked out of the company with her head held high. I wish her former colleagues would get some sort of punishment. How could they make such a remark as she walked away? But then, things are gradually changing, as the company is being investigated, and a colleague is finally going to stand up. Jiang-gu is such a friend everyone needs in their corner. Thankfully, Rose's case was dropped, and she now has Miji in her corner. What an exchange! Mireille moves back home to take over the strawberry farm, while Miji remains in Seoul with Hosu. Mireille gave up Sejin's tantalizing offer for the farm. She can be seen taking on the farm head-on. I mean, likely, the viewers won't see some lovey-dovey moments between them. The producers are not daring enough to have Park Bo-young kiss two men in the same drama. However, Sejin keeps track of Mireille and the farm from the States. This should provide Mireille an opportunity for self-discovery, before she can explore what's next, with Sejin, who's enamored with her. What's more, Mireille's letter finally got through to Soo-yeon, alleviating the guilt and burden in her heart. The episode was about healing from traumas, and opening doors to see what's on the other side. Hosu and Miji are determined to weather the storm together. Mireille goes at the farm at her own pace and terms. But then, it looks like Grandma will finally depart, now that her daughter and granddaughters are finally alright. This is bound to be hard on them all, especially Miji. Overall, I guess we'll have a happy ending. It won't matter if Hosu loses his hearing, as he'll be a team with his first love, Miji. While Mireille is finally thriving without the weight of her family on her shoulders, trying to be who she's not. Hopefully, we'll get to see some justice with the company. Our Unwritten Seoul will be remembered after the last credits roll. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the drama? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.